What is up, you guys? I'm, of course, the one and only VM Video Master. And today, as an honor of the Michael Jackson movie that just came out, I want to talk to you about the man himself, Michael Jackson. Now, some people become stars, but very few become legends. And Michael Jackson, he was someone we all adored. He was someone we all wanted to be. And Michael Jackson became something bigger than that. Even years later, people are still playing his music around the world. People still dance to his songs, people still wear the jackets, copy the moves and everything. And also, he was someone I idolized when I first started listening to old songs. And I remember, the magic people always got on their faces when they hear his music. And, I remember hearing all about the magic he brought to millions. And with the new Michael Jackson movie that just came out, a whole new generation is about to discover why he became known as the King of Pop. But I want to tell you guys, if you don't know much about his life, I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. So Michael Jackson started young with the Jackson 5. If you know who the Jackson 5 are, you've had a good childhood. Even as a kid, you could already see something special in him. Especially when he did, "Oh, baby, give me one more chance." That is still my favorite song ever. But the voice, the energy, the passion, well, most children are still figuring out what they want to be. Like me, when I was a kid, I had no clue what I wanted to be. But Michael Jackson, he was already starting out, becoming a worldwide star. And as the years went on, he didn't just make music, he changed music forever. He started off doing songs with his brothers, the Jackson 5. And then he started working on the Christmas albums. I did not know this, but when I was about 11, I discovered he actually sang the song, "I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus." I did not know that at first. So, songs like Thriller, Billie Jean, Beat It, those songs to this day are known as the best. Even Man in the Mirror, which I sang in high school, that song is really hard, I'll tell you that. They became more than just songs. They became memories. Memories we all still cherish to this day. Also, if I keep coming back and going back to the camera, it's because my camera keeps moving. But like I said, they became memories. You could hear just a few seconds of one of his tracks and instantly know it was Michael Jackson. And then there was the dancing, the moonwalk. I still try to practice the moves. But the moonwalk became one of the most famous dance moves in history. You could even see some TikTokers do it. And they got skills, I'll tell you that. But, people everywhere try to copy it, and honestly, a lot of us still do. I, to this day, cannot do it. I've been asking some friends to help me learn the moves. But what made Michael Jackson different was the feeling he gave people. When he stepped out on stage, even before he started singing, those people went wild. People screamed, people cried. Some fans even fainted just from seeing him. If I ever had a chance, to go back, I would want to see Michael Jackson live. I've never been to one of his concerts when he was alive. But like I said, that kind of impact doesn't happen often. That's the kind of thing only legends can do, like Elvis or Ozzy Osbourne. But Michael had different. He was like the golden star on top of a tree of legends. And even though Michael's gone, his music and his legacy never disappeared. His music still brings people together everywhere. To this day, I will still listen to Beat It. You know? Beat it! But, like I said, his performances are still talked about today. And millions of people still consider him one of the greatest entertainers who ever lived. And I truly mean that. That's why I wanted to make this video. Not for drama, not for controversy, but to keep his memory alive. Share this video if you are a Michael Jackson fan. I really want to know your opinion. But to help keep his memory alive, and because legends truly never die, as long as people continue to remember them, their legacy lives on like a star in the sky. You know? So whether you grew up listening to Michael Jackson, or you're just now discovering his music because of the movie that came out, hey, that's cool. But there's just one thing I want to say. Welcome to the legacy of the King of Pop. We're all friendly. So rest in peace, Michael Jackson. You gave us all something that we never truly had. Memories. So if any of you ever seen a Michael Jackson concert, you are very lucky. And thank you, Michael, for the music, the memories, and the magic. If I could, that's the best I can do. But if you enjoyed this tribute and want more videos like this, make sure to like, subscribe, and become part of the VM Video Master family. And let me know in the comments below what your favorite Michael Jackson song or memory is. And also, you guys, I have a new Fear Creature coming out. I am gonna post it. But like I said, so here's the thing. If you get my last video of Valeris up to 1,000 likes, I will post it tomorrow. No, I take that back. That's too soon. I will post it on Wednesday. And that I mean. So get this video and the other one, either one, up to 1,000 likes, and I will post my next Fear Creature on Wednesday. And I would really like to see what you guys can do. So, last thing I'm going to say before I end this video. Long live the King of Pop. He'll always be remembered.